and welcome back. So today's tutorial is on this smoky eye. I'm calling it my classic smoky eye. This is the third look from my week of smoky eye series. Before we begin, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, follow my other social media, and watch my previous videos. Alright, now we can begin. So I'm gonna start with the shade named Whiskey by the Naked Smoky palette by Urban Decay. I'm gonna be placing Smoky into the crease. I'm gonna wing it out. As you can see, I have tape on, so I can be a little bit messy. I don't have to be extra careful. Just gonna be placing this into the crease, winging it out a little bit, and bringing it all the way in to the inner crease. And I'm just making small circular motions and back and forth. The brush I'm using right now is a Morphe M433 brush. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to place Combust right on my brow bone area, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics 112 brush for this. Now on the lid, I'm using the shade Black Market from the Urban Decay Smoky palette, and I'm just gonna keep this right on the lid. I'm gonna bring it just a tad bit onto the crease, not a lot. Just a little bit up. The reason I chose this black eyeshadow, the Black Market one, is because this eyeshadow, it's not intense black. And this look is more of a classic, I guess, smoky eye, or more of a daytime wearable. I would totally wear this during the day because the black, it's not like in your face black. To blend out the crease, I'm gonna go back to the Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just going to softly blend out that harsh line I just created with the black. And I do want to warm up my crease, so I'm going to use Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek, and I'm just gonna place that like right in the center. I'm gonna be using a Morphe M412 brush for this, so I'm just gonna go into Cocoa Bear and apply it right in the center between Black Market and, what's that brown? Whiskey. Between Black Market and Whiskey. And I'm also bringing it out. I'm bringing all the shades out into that, the tape line, because I'm winging it out just a little bit. And this is pretty much it for the top of the lid. Now I'm just gonna go back to all the shades that I just placed to make sure everything looks good. So now that I'm done with all the blending, I'm going to carefully remove the tape from this area and make sure that everything looks good, and it does. I'm gonna take the brush, the fluffy side of the brush that came in the palette, the Naked Smoky palette, and I'm gonna dip that into Combust, and I'm just going to kind of buff out this harsh line because I personally don't like looking at this line like this. If you like it harsh like that, you can leave it alone, but I'm just gonna buff it out just a tiny little bit. And now we're gonna move on to the lower lash line. For my waterline, I'm using the e.l.f. Cream eyeliner, and I'm just placing this right on my waterline. I'm gonna be setting this with Black Market before I move on. So I'm just gonna set that right onto my waterline. Alright, now I'm going to take the Morphe M432 brush back into Black Market, and I'm going to be placing this on my lash line. with the smaller side from the brush that came in this palette, I'm going to go back into Whiskey, and I'm gonna buff Whiskey right under Black Market. Now I want to warm up my lower lash line, so I'm going to go into Cocoa Bear, and I'm using a Makeup Geek pointed, what is this? A pointed crease brush for this application, and I'm just placing Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear right, ouch, right under all these eyeshadows. Now I'm gonna take the shade Dirty Sweet from this Naked palette, and I'm using a Crown Pro C513 pencil brush, and I'm just going to be applying this eyeshadow in my tear duct area for a highlight. I'm also gonna bring it in a little bit onto the lower lash line and just buff that into the rest of the eyeshadows, just because I want to open up this area. Now that I'm done with all the eyeshadows, it's time to clean up whatever mess you have under your eye, which always. So you gotta make sure you clean all this up. I'm gonna clean everything up, and I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup off camera. I'm also going to apply mascara, which is the Revlon Lash Potion, and I'm going to apply some falsies, and I'll be right back. So the rest of my face is now done. The lashes I'm wearing are the Kiss Blooming Lash in Puny, and on my lips I'm wearing ColourPop's Times Square. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the Makeup Geek pointed crease brush, and I'm gonna go back into Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to buff this right under my lower lash line, because I love me a smoky lower lash line, and I just feel like I need a little bit more to complete everything, because remember when I did my lower lash line I didn't have the rest of my makeup on, so I cleaned everything off, and then I applied the concealers and all that other good stuff. So now I'm gonna go back and touch it up, which you can wait until you put your concealer and stuff to do this piece, the lower lash line. I personally don't find any difference in it. It's not that I don't find a difference in it, it's that it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I don't like to apply concealer all the way under my lower lash line anyway, so this is why I say it doesn't really make a difference to me. So okay, let me just do what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna buff this right under my lower lash line just to smoke this out a little bit more. And again, I'm using Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek. And this is the final look, you guys. I know that in the beginning everything looks messy and crazy, and it just doesn't look like it's gonna look good in the end. But if you continue and you continue blending and you continue playing with shades that go with each other, in the end it all comes together and it ends up looking pretty nice, I think. Of course, you know, the rest of the makeup has to be done as well. The hair has to look good. And then, you know, your little accessories and whatnot. And then it just puts the whole picture together. Maybe in the beginning it's like, oh my God, I look like crap. But keep going. Keep going until you are done. You may end up liking what you've created. And if you don't, hey, just wipe it off. Start over. If you're frustrated, do it another day. Yeah, that's all I can say. That's my advice to you when it comes down to a black smoky eye. So this is the final look, you guys. I hope you like look 3 from my Black Smoky Eye Week series. I think that's what I called it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow my other social media and watch my previous videos. Until next time, mwah, hugs and kisses. Bye.